It all started one cold, moonless night. As the clock struck midnight, Emily was jolted awake by a faint yet persistent knocking sound. She lay still, her heart pounding, hoping it was just her imagination. But the knocks continued, echoing through the silence of her small house. Every night, at exactly the same time, the mysterious knocking would return. Each knock seemed to grow louder, more insistent, as if demanding her attention. Emily's fear grew with each passing night, her mind racing with terrifying possibilities. Who could be knocking at such an unholy hour, and why? Determined to put an end to her torment, Emily decided to face her fear head on. That night, as the clock hands approached midnight, she sat in her living room, eyes fixed on the front door. The air was thick with tension, and every second felt like an eternity. Then it happened. The first knock was soft, almost hesitant. The second was more forceful. By the third knock, Emily's resolve hardened. She stood up, her legs trembling, and slowly made her way to the door. Her hand reached for the doorknob, cold sweat dripping down her spine. With a deep breath, she swung the door open. Her heart nearly stopped as she stared into the darkness. There was no one there. Confused and shaken, Emily stepped outside, peering into the shadows. Still, she found nothing but the eerie silence of the night. Just as she turned to go back inside, she heard a whisper. It was faint, almost indistinguishable, but it was there. Emily, her blood ran cold. She spun around, her eyes wide with terror, but saw nothing. The whisper came again, closer this time. Emily, you shouldn't have opened the door. Panicking, she slammed the door shut and locked it, her heart racing. She backed away, her eyes never leaving the door, when suddenly she felt a cold breath on her neck. She turned around slowly, her worst fear realized. A shadowy figure stood right behind her, its eyes gleaming with malice. Now it's too late, it whispered. Emily's scream echoed through the house, but there was no one around to hear it. The midnight knock was not just a warning, it was a harbinger of her doom, and now it had finally claimed her.